And we are officially live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BC Wrestle Pod. And yeah, we're back at it again, once again, here on this Friday evening for our Takedown Troupe post show. You know, the weekly TNA post show here at BC Wrestle Pod. I am Mikey. I am El Jefe of BC Wrestle Pod. I run the ones and twos, and I do a lot of things behind the scenes as well. But I can never do these alone because I would rather do them with other people than do it by myself. Crazy. Anywho, I am joined by a collected Cokes for this one, of course, first and foremost. Got to give it a shout out to Papa Oso, who is here tonight, who has also been holding it down with me this week. So happy to have you here, good sir. And then, of course, rounding out the panel tonight is the other Will that I adore and love. Radio Free Will is also in the building.
We've got the full trio for the promotion that doesn't have trios titles.
They did have a trios match this week, though. So.
Yeah, there was a trios match this week, but no trios titles.
No trios titles, and honestly, we need to fix this situation of our roster first.
They're having enough roster problems right now already. Okay, we don't need to add a trios title into the mix and then just make it that much more of a clusterfuck. Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Let's get more people on this roster, and then we might entertain the idea like in a year or two.
Yep, they got started. They got started today.
So we're gonna talk about all that. I'm gonna get through this intro real quick so we can dive into TNA because we got things to talk about. But if you are new or you've been rocking with BC WrestlePod for a while, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick is where we go live most of the days of the week at this point. It's like, what is time? But YouTube also houses our edited versions of this of the lives, which is fun. So you can see this go live within the next 24 hours or so. So that's going to be fun. But we also have our social medias with the report cards, the weekly previews of the TV shows, predictions, clips. It is insane. And you can pretty much pick whatever social media site and follow us at BC WrestlePod because we're pretty much almost on everything. So that is always a good plus. We also have some merchandise at our shop, bcwrestlepodshop.fourthwall.com. And then last but certainly not least, we love what we do. We are passionate about professional wrestling, but damn, is it expensive sometimes. So if you want to help us with all these streaming sites that we pay for on a monthly or yearly basis, ever so often we have a little coffee bot to be coffee.com/bcwrestlepod is where you can click and donate to the cause. But you don't feel pressured to do so because we understand that times are economically tough right now. And you being here and participating in our tomfoolery and shenanigans is all we need sometimes. So we appreciate you regardless, and we're happy that you're here. Alrighty, now that the warm and fuzzies are out of the way, let's get into this. So I want to start by saying, you know what? We took a break last week, and that was on me because last minute plans came up for a coworker that officially had their final day today, so they are no longer with the school. So I did a good job. I only cried when I was in my car. But we're back again, and this week TNA didn't really make me as mad as I usually am at them. So that's a sign. Still has some questions, and I'm gonna yell at TNA for the direction we're kind of heading with the Knockouts division, at least when it involves the title. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, let's kick things off. So, oh Hardys.
I didn't hate this match, but as soon as I saw who their opponents were, I was like, they're not going to put them over.
No.
Never. Like the hard. Okay, the Hardys are really starting to, and I understand it's because they're the old guard, they're legends and everything like that. But like, it's starting to get to John Cena levels of lol Hardys win.
Mm-hmm. We've talked about this before because the Hardys keep beating all the tag teams here in TNA. As little as we have of them, it's what's gonna like we have like literally next to no one left.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm glad they gave him the respect at the end. That they raised their arms in victory, but like, yeah, like, just fucking put somebody over, for the love
It's
of
not
God.
for real.
That's half your job.
Sorry, I'm not.
Half of your job is to win and defend the titles and prove how badass a tag team you are, but the other half is to find the new and young and upcoming, tag teams and shit as the old guard and put them over. Make them look good.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I agree with you. It's frustrating because I love the Hardys down. I really, really do. And their place in wrestling history is going to continue to be talked about until the cows come home.
It's solidified.
Yes, it's
It
already solidified. So you can afford, especially in a non-title match, you can afford to put over the
yeah.
young talent. You can lose. It's okay.
Okay, their place in wrestling history, like, honestly, like, as I'm thinking about it, like, ranking some of the greatest tag teams of all time, right? Like, and I like, yeah, they are the top of the list. Like, the notion, like, them calling themselves the GOATs right now, that's not exaggeration. Like, it's only now in the twilight years of their career, are they starting to hit some snags. I mean, don't get me wrong, they all had their they've both had their low periods. Like, obviously Jeff has had a lot of issues with substance abuse and stuff like that, and lest we forget the moment that the time when Matt accidentally made the shocker his hand signal. That's there had to have been someone backstage like, Matt, you know what you're doing, right? Like, no, what are you talking about? Dude, it, like, I know you're doing version 1. No, that's not what that means. Uh it's like they've had their low points, but like, if you compare them, like, and not even saying to their contemporaries, like, everybody compares them to, like, the Dudleys, or compares them to Edge and Christian, or compares them to, like, if you compare them to, like, some of the tag teams that came after them, and you're looking at people, you have to bring up people like FTR, or the Briscoes, or the Motor City Machine Guns. Like, they're still better than those guys. And trust me, as a big Briscoes fan, that hurts to say. But even then, like, if you go back and compare them to, like, some of the people that came before them too, we're looking at the Legion of Doom. We're looking at, or the Road Warriors, whatever you want to call them. We're looking at the Rock and Roll Express. We're looking at the Smoking Guns. We're looking at the New Age Outlaws. Like, honestly, the only team there that in that group, and the only okay, I would say, like, the only two that I wouldn't even say it gives them a run for their money, that just makes them think about reaching for their money, is, like, maybe the New Age Outlaws and maybe the Road Warriors.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
So, like, so on that note, you guys are getting into the twilight of your career. Put someone over
Please.
before it's too late and your career ends like a wet fart, like Cena's just did.
God, listen, like, It was a dark time.
Ha-
It
don't
was,
don't you
yeah.
you've already done your greatest hits run, okay? You've already had your greatest hits run by having that final match with the Dudleys.
Yep.
Okay? You've had that. Now is the time for you to find someone new and put basically this is your opportunity to give the stamp of approval to someone, whether that's the righteous, whether that's sinner and saint, whether that's or whether that's one of the stable ones. If you give it to the great hands,
Mm-hmm.
like
So
now is the time to do that.
please, Hardys, we love you, but we really need to start because you have gone through this division and have beaten everyone twice, 3 times even. So also, Jeff
Hell,
Hardy, I love
there,
you, but this
there
I need to get used to this new finisher you got going on, Jeffrey.
oh, that submission move
I
there.
was just like, Jeffrey.
What like so I missed what are they calling it? Did they give it a name yet or
Hold up, I have it in my notes. Let me look this up real quick. Right?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't hate it. It's like I don't hate it, but it's weird thinking of Jeff Hardy as a technical wrestler, you know?
Let me see. Where did I write it down? I wrote it in some form of my notes, but the point being is, I'm like Jeffrey. No, I didn't write down the name I thought I did,
Okay,
but I was completely wrong.
I just looked it up. He's calling
Okay,
it the spinal destination.
that's what it was. Okay, I was just like, I dig the name puns. I just need a little more time to get used to it
Yeah.
because I don't hate it either. But I was like, I need a couple more times to see it. But you know
Yeah.
what? It's
I
again
I did
diversify
okay.
movesets.
What okay, I'm all for diversifying movesets, although okay, but the way I will say, big criticism of this match in particular. The way to sell a finishing move, Jeff, is to finish the guy with the finishing move. And then that's it. Call the match. That is the end of the match. You don't then do your original finisher after the match.
For real, I was like, that's wild to me, but whatever.
It's like, okay, it's basically like, all right, we finish it with my new finishing submission move. Great, awesome. Send him away, like pack it in. But then the crowd is like, but we didn't see a swanton. It's like,
just kidding, Swanton.
too bad. This is the new one.
Deal with it. I can't believe I'm saying this as somebody who watches grown men like fight on my screen. Grow up.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I love sitting here and saying, but Hardy's, we really need to start figuring out who you're going to start giving those stamps of approval out to.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad, but I was just like, please stop beating all the tag teams we had, because then whoever ends up getting those tag titles, I'm just like, I don't care. You've beaten everybody like 3 times already. So, but still holding out hope. Maybe that's wrong with me, but I'm going to. Anyways, we move on from
hope
this.
is never wrong.
Hope is never wrong. But after this match, though, we kind of, again, they did shake Sinner and Saint's hands afterwards. Loved it. So after we get through our opening match of the night, we get into a second one where Indy Hartwell is in action. This is a quick match where Indy Hartwell took on Kelsey Heather, and Indy won. So I was just like, as soon as I saw the in action portion, I was like, oh, I already know how this is gonna go. But hey, you know what?
Indy Hartwell versus some fucking jobber.
Some local talent. So, but I don't want to say important thing, but the thing that we do need to talk about, because the match was essentially an enhancement squash match in which Indy won and beat Kelsey Heather. Indy gets on the mic and she's just like, I want a title shot, which then prompts out, she again, Indy on the mic. She's like, I want a title shot. Ariana Grace comes out. It's just like, girl, what are you talking about? And I know Ariana's supposed to say this, but at the same time, it was just like nails on the chalkboard. I was like, I swear to God, this is the same song and dance they give every NXT girl who holds this championship. I'm just like, I am the champion, and I say what goes, and I won this, and so I'm the best. I'm like, girl, yo, daddy got you this match, and you won through fucking shenanigans. Let's not even go there.
It's honestly, I think that's one of the main reasons I want Danny Luna to get the title like ASAP is
But no,
because she's not going to be this like, I'm the most important. Look how special and important man. She's like, no, get in the ring. I will destroy you.
she will run through girls.
I will
in an
turn your face
instant.
inside out, motherfucker.
I save me, save us from this. But Indy fires back, just saying, she's like, you know what? Because Ariana does mention she's like, no one is at my level. And Indy's like, you're right. I'm not at your level. I'm above it. And I just rolled my eyes. I'm like, I hate these promos. I know it's not your fault, Indy, but damn, I hate this promo. And so, commentary is also reminding us that, and I hate the way that they painted Ariana Grace. It's like, oh, she has people gunning from her all from all sides. I was just like, this girl get scared if you sneezed in her direction.
She's got people gunning at her from all sides, almost like she's the champion or something.
That's how it's supposed to go. And let's be so for real. The 4 people that were mentioned, I'm like, the only one I'm really rooting for is Danny, because I'm like, I mean, Laying Lee gets her rematch at some point. So I was just like, she's kind of she's swimming around there. They also mentioned India. It's just like, girl, we haven't gotten anything to get you that title shot yet, but whatever. And then they're like, oh, and Tessa Blanchard. I'm like, where'd that bitch be? Where's she been? Like, what are we talking about? She and the Diamond Collective are fucking around somewhere. Like,
Tessa Blanchard, where is she at? Oh, hold on. I didn't realize I had to care.
I hate this. This is my biggest issue with this episode. I was just like, everything else didn't make me mad, but once again, we don't know what the fuck we doing with this knockouts division, and it makes me mad. I'm like, gosh darn it, you guys.
It's
at least your main title, we have no direction. At least the tag team championships, we have somewhat of a direction, even though I have questions about that too.
No, they haven't. They don't have a direction. They don't have a number. There's no contender for the tag team champions. There's no the only relationship the Hardys have with another tag team right now is with the Righteous, who are allies with them.
Anyhow, let's keep this going, shall we? So they mentioned, and I was like, I swear to God, if you give me a fatal 4-way, I'm gonna lose my mind. I was like,
I'd be okay with the fatal 4-way. Just set 3 pins up for Danny to knock down.
Seriously, just Danny can pin anybody in that match, and I'll be okay with it. She is the only one to me that deserves this title run and to do something of substance with it.
100%.
We'll see how this turns out. So we keep going though, because
like if they write Danny Luna the right way, she could absolutely become to TNA what Becky Lynch is to WWE.
Facts.
I will stand on that opinion.
Facts. You stand on it 10 toes down.
100%.
Love it. Something I can't. So we're backstage with Gia interviewing the Elegance brand, who are still upset from last week with ODB kind of ruining their celebration. I was like, what's up, ODB? I love you, girl. We haven't. I was just like, we love you. I love you. But, her and her food truck business, man, it'd really be on and popping out there, honestly. I find it very interesting that the Elegance brand are like fighting the quote unquote legends of TNA. I was just like, I'm looking around.
Also,
like,
the sentence "Legends of TNA" just makes me giggle. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You can giggle at it because I was the same way. I was just like, this is more like no shade to ODB because I know she would beat my ass in a heartbeat, but I love her. But like, obviously, your A players aren't going to come back to TNA because they're either in a current lawsuit or have retired from professional wrestling in general. Like,
or are in a promotion that is not friendly with them.
No, they are not. So
sorry, Joe.
Yeah, but
hey, he's making that good Tony Khan money. I can't feel too bad for him.
No, I agree with you there. So the Elegance brand are talking about how they were mad at ODB for ruining their segment last week. And, then they pivot from Gia because they're trying to be mean to her. And Mr. Elegance is going to have his debut match next week. And then in comes former TNA, backstage person, Miss Goldie, to talk about how, the Elegance brand are bring the Knockouts division a bad name, all that stuff. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, we're really playing with this storyline. Okay, this is the direction you're heading. Got it. Good to know. This sucks.
So I have no experience with Goldilocks, so I can't really say anything about this. I will be generous and withhold judgment on Mr. Elegance until his match next week. However, I will say as a footnote that I am really glad that I have a game next Friday and will not be on the show to,
What Will is trying to say to you watching at home is he's just like, I'm sorry for your pain. Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
It's like,
he's like, I'm sorry for your pain. Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
It's like, I am going to withhold judgment. I'm pretty sure it's going to suck, but I am officially withholding judgment.
Translating to, I'm sorry for your pain. Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Yeah. Look at the time. I gotta be anywhere but here.
Time to biggity bounce. So actually, let's do that. So let's biggity bounce from this segment because I was just like, oh Lord, here we go. Now this match though.
This was a good time. Okay, and if we're talking, we were just talking about potential tag team contenders. Honestly, the chemistry that BDE and Rich Swann had in this match, they'd be a hell of a tag team.
That's what I'm saying. I was just like, yo, I think they're testing the waters to see how this goes. And I'm kind of digging Rich Swann and BDE as a team.
Yeah, that would be a fun one, I think.
Oh man, I would be here for all of that. But yeah, as far as this match goes, this was such a lot of fun.
Yeah.
As the match started, it was just like they just went full gas.
Every episode, regardless of how bad any given episode, I have yet to have an Impact episode. I think I have yet to have an Impact episode where every single match was a stinker. So even the worst ones are going to have bright spots. This one was absolutely a bright spot of this episode, and this episode wasn't bad overall. There was, I did feel like a little bit of an idiot later on in the match when Trey busted out that sort of like rolling headlock backbreaker thing that he calls, and he calls it the rolling tray. And I'm like, the rolling, and I'm seeing it like, his name is like the rolling. Yes, he just rolled. He's a roll. Oh, okay, I get it. Hold, yeah, no, I do not partake of the devil's lettuce, and as such, that did not immediately occur to me. Okay, yeah, no, okay, well,
how dare you?
Golf clap.
I was like, that popped me. I love that.
But also, like, the other thing about this was Order 4 was looking better than they have in months.
Seriously.
There is a part of me, I have a nitpick. I have a nit to pick. They spend a lot of time during their entrance and their new intro coming out. The announce team spends a good deal of time, like they have a new look. Ali's cut his hair, and they're looking more like lean and efficient and like more of a fighting force than they have in a long time. And like, oh, this is a new Order 4 that very rapidly uses Tasha to distract their opponents. So maybe not that different than Order 4.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
But yeah, no, this was just a really good match all in all. There was some great tag team work between the great hands. Ali is, I still think Ali is grossly underappreciated he's been underappreciated everywhere he's been. Like
Mm-hmm.
this guy should be going for the world title in TNA, but no, they have to they have to bring out Mr. Chinderware.
We gonna talk about
We'll
him
get
in a little bit.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Crimson Chin, the boy wonder. Anywho, so this was such a really fun match. There's some incredible spots. Also during this match too, because Tasha Steelz was trying to do her shenanigans too. Jada comes out and beats the crap out of her, which was hilarious to watch. So it's just like, look at that feuds that don't other feuds that don't revolve around the championship. You see what we could do this TNA. It's not that
Yeah.
hard.
Well,
But
compelling ones.
compelling ones, yes. But let's start with other stories for now, and then compelling ones we can work our way back up the ladder for that one. But this was a great one. Trey, BDE, and Rich Swann do win here. Ali gives Trey the title back, so we might be seeing, Ali might be coming after Trey in some capacity because they still got some things to take care of between the two of them, I guess. So, hey, I'll be here for a Trey and Ali match. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be great.
Also, we didn't have a show last week, but I love the green strap for Trey in the International Championship. It fits him.
Oh, we didn't have a show last week, so there is something that I want to bring up real quick while we're talking about TNA as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I mentioned this on TikTok already, but I am going to state it here for the record in the the official wrestling channel here, guys. Mance Warner and Steph DeLander.
Ooh, yeah.
What the like? You guys already have enough of a problem losing your roster to other companies. You should be bending over backwards to keep the ones you have. Especially when the whole because I remember hearing Steph DeLander was cleared by other doctors. Not even just other doctors, other companies' doctors. She got cleared by the WWE's doctors to perform. And if you're TNA and you hear that, that's like your boss going on LinkedIn and seeing your profile with that open to work banner on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what can we do to make your time here? What can we do to keep you on board? And I was just saying, and it's I saw an interview with her, and someone asked, basically when she was said that TNA was never going to clear her, and that she was quitting. The interviewer asked her, so with Mance, because they're married in real life. I wasn't aware of that until I found out that they had both quit. But when she quit, the interviewer asked her, hey, did you what with him, was it a discussion or was it just an instant decision? Yeah, no, I'm not sticking around. She was like, yeah, no. As soon as I said I quit, he was like, yeah, no, I'm right there with you. And if you're TNA, you gotta see that coming, it's I know there are married couples out there that are in not just in different promotions, but at different levels of promotions. Yeah, you've got Buddy Matthews and Rhea Ripley working for different companies. The one shout out to my Massachusetts local promotion Beyond Wrestling, because they've had Jonathan Gresham performing them for quite a few shows now, who's married to Jordan Grace. So he's doing the indies and she's in WWE. So you have married couples that are going to do these things, but these two have been working as a package deal, for the entire time I've been watching TNA anyways. And even when they're on the indies, they're a package deal. So you gotta know when you say, sorry, Steph, we're not going to clear you to perform ever again. And when she says, okay, bye, you got to know, you got to backpedal real quick because you know that when she goes, so does Mance.
So I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on for a little bit too.
And real quick, I understand Mance was not a headline main event competitor. Or at least he wasn't when they left, and he had like hopped back and forth a couple of times between being babyface and heel. It's like, so they never really had like a clear path for him. And I get that. But like, he's still one of the better performers. He still showed up when you asked him to, he showed like, anyway, you have some tinfoil by all means.
Well, because I don't even know if it's tinfoil, but I find it very weird because in a very similar situation, we have Ash, who, by all means, kind of retired from in-ring competition back in September. And now she's back in here taking bumps and stuff like that. Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. So we cleared her. I'm like, I smell a plot. I was like, why not Steph if that's the case?
You think this is a work?
I swear to God, it better be not, because like they tried that like when Mike Santana no-showed back in November.
You tried that with Ash.
Yeah, like, I was just like,
Ash was supposed to be like, Ash came out and like full on tears. She's supposed to be a heel. She comes out full tears. I have to give up the belt. I can't do this. I can't perform how I'm supposed to perform anymore. Anymore is what she said. And so had to give up the belt and retire from competition. But she got better, I guess.
It's a mess, is it what it is? And I'm just like, and it's funny because like during the week, Steph's like, okay, bye, we quit. And then I was like, thank God, GCW wasn't smart. Brett Lauderdale got on that phone. It's like, hey, y'all available? And then 2 days later, they popped back in. GCW, I was just like, damn, TNA, you fumbled the bag real bad.
Well, and here's the thing. If WWE's doctors are clearing Steph,
that's really bad.
Well, not only is it really bad, but it's like, it means like
the implications also, my mind goes to, was like, wait, TNA, do y'all have an actual doctor on site other than like your chiropractor and your BioFlex folks? Well, that's my whole thing.
But like, we could also, I'm also wondering if we're going to see Steph and Mance, well, at least Steph in WWE sometime soon. Mm-hmm. I can't see Mance going to WWE. He's too much of a sicko, like I could see GCW, yes, AEW, yes, not WWE. But like, I don't see them. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, AEW has the amount of people they've hired this year alone is kind of nuts. So like, they're running out of space. They're having the opposite problem of TNA right now, of having too many people and not enough TV time to put them on.
100%. And if I'm being honest, Steph would probably more than likely go to, well, who knows? She might go back because she was in NXT before she went back onto the independent scene, and then years later came to TNA. So
sure.
So, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. But damn, TNA, y'all, that was a bad move on your part. And then it also brings some other things to light too. It's like, well, do y'all have a doctor? And like, what's the backstage medical situation in case something crazy happens?
Yeah,
like we saw with Chris Bay all those years ago when he literally broke a neck. I was just like, I don't know, TNA. I love you, but then shit like this happens, and then I'm like, I still love you, but I'm not going to tell other people to start watching. You make it really. I watch you to succeed. Why is it so hard for you to make some decisions?
I'm not sure they want to succeed anymore.
No, at this point, honestly, they have shown me. I was like, they're just. This is literally shits and giggles every week. I'm like, why?
I'm pretty sure they're just circling the drain until WWE buys them.
Gosh darn it, you guys! Like, ugh, whatever. But back to this. This match was fun. This was
Yeah,
great. Loved it.
this was a fun match. Really like the new Order 4 energy, because they really should be the top heel faction in the company. And the tag team chemistry between BDE and Rich Swann was great. Make them a tag team and let them beat the Hardys.
Yes, that would be fantastic. Moving on. This was so bad acting. Like when Indy gets attacked by Ariana, she's like, "Oh, my knee." This segment sucked. I hated it.
My opinion of Indy Hartwell is well documented at this point.
But also, Stacks, why are we here? Go away. Like, I can't. I hate this. This, like, the knockouts division is rough.
Yeah.
Moving on. This picture just screams volumes to me.
It's okay. It's and a lot of it is because, if I may,
go for it.
The idea with Nick standing there like this, his hand like, yeah, thank you, his hand like that over his mouth, and the four of them staring at him. It's like these guys like, Nick, the term is Native American, and that sound making is super racist.
No. Even Ryan's like, bro, really? Look at Ryan. Look at Ryan Nemeth in this picture. He's like, bro, really? Even listen. I was like, I'm a dick, and I'm not. I wouldn't even go that far. He's like, I'm annoying, but I'm not going to go that far.
It's like, all right. Here's the okay. Put the Nemeths against the Hardys. Let the Nemeths win the titles so that we can have heels on the titles. And that way we can have someone like Rich Swann and BDE or Sinner and Saint actually challenge for the titles.
For reals. Because these tag titles on the Hardys, we're holding them hostage.
Yeah. Yep.
So, well, we are going to see the Righteous and the Nemeths in action next week. So that's going to be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. But we keep the show going because the Crimson Chin is back in the building, and I have feelings. TNA, I'm glad that you turned Steve Macklin heel because that's what we've been saying for a long time.
Yep.
Ellipses.
But
I didn't tell you to go in this direction because this direction sucks. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, and then he shaved. I was like, God, now that chin is more pronounced. Why?
Yeah, that is. So I made the joke earlier about him needing chinderwear. Are you familiar with that reference? Okay, just checking. It's shout out to the Satellite of Love and Mike, Joel, Jonah, or whoever is sitting up there right now. Although, wait, no, chinderwear was one of the inventions from Dr. Forrester and Frank. So yeah, so that's I guess it would be more shout out to them. But yeah, no, Steve Macklin needs some. You should send him some.
I hated this segment.
It's like if nothing, there are few things to me more annoying than a whiny heel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's doing here. He's whining. That's all it is. Like, I'm trying to, like, he is, put it this way. In order to make the whiny heel gimmick work, you need to fully lean into the petulant nature of it. That sort of temper tantrum, convinced of your own superiority. Like, put it this way, the only wrestler that I've ever seen make the whiny, petulant heel gimmick work is Kurt Angle. And you, Mr. Macklin, are no Kurt Angle. I mean, can you think of any others?
Nope. So of course, like we found out last week, it is going to be Macklin and Santana at Sacrifice, and I'm just like, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm scared. So,
Like,
Sacrifice has some very scary implications for TNA moving forward into the Rebellion, because we're gonna get to it when we get our second match made. Because I was like, I swear to God.
and here's the thing with this particular feud, like, I am not rooting for Santana to lose, not by any stretch of the imagination. He's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not be upset if he did. Know what I mean?
And you know what? The sad thing is I feel the exact same way as you did. And to me, it's not Mike's fault. It's just the story that we have sucks. And I hate everyone.
Narratively speaking, I would be okay with Macklin winning here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, excuse me. Let me amend that statement. Narratively speaking, I would be okay with Santana losing here. I wish he was losing it to someone with a better gimmick than Macklin has right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be okay with him losing here.
Mm-hmm.
And because, like, honestly, you need, for him to stay in the title picture, he needs to lose the title so that he can win it back or fight for it again or something like that, you know?
In a weird way, Mike Santana works better as a chaser than, well, he can work as a champion if you give him some good stuff, but yeah.
Right.
And honestly, like, I've always wanted Macklin to get another title run because his last title run ended because he had to vacate it due to injury. But I hate this. I don't like this version of Macklin going for the championship. And if he does end up being a whiny complainer heel champion, I'm just gonna be like, great.
Well, when you have that, complainer heel champion, when they become the champion, that's when they sort of come into their own in the notion of, like, see, I am the best. You guys don't know what you're talking about. I'll take on anyone and anything, anytime. So, yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, we got 2 more weeks of this, and then we get the match at Sacrifice, so we'll see how that all goes down.
Yep.
Yeah. Did not hate this.
Yeah, didn't hate this match, and this is as someone who is generally not a fan of Elijah. Yeah, this was not bad. That's well, as someone who's not a fan of Elijah but is a fan of AJ Francis, the thing about a Canadian destroyer is that because so much of it is on the person taking it to sort of make it look good, like, Francis, that was a killer Canadian destroyer you took.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I know I'm a fan, but, like, this guy deserves way more flowers than he gets. And, like, he's very quickly becoming that sort of workhorse heel.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, we need someone for the good guy to beat up and make them look really good. Call in AJ. Which is not like, in terms of career, is not a bad position to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not going to be getting any title shots or anything like that anytime soon, but it's, put it this way, babyface jobber to the stars sucks. Heel jobber to the stars, not a bad position to be in.
Nope, 100% agree. So, thanks to a distraction from Mr. Franklin Kazarian, who was out on commentary for this one, AJ picks up the win by hitting a really crazy looking down payment on Big Boy Elijah over here.
Yep.
And Franklin and AJ beat down Elijah for hometown man to come out for the save. So I was just like, all righty, let's go. So yeah, didn't hate this match, and actually kind of excited to see where we go with this.
Although it would be really funny if all four of them end up in a feud together.
That'd be
Especially,
amazing.
well, it would be hilarious given the fact that Elijah made his bones with his musician gimmick, writing songs about how much the town he's in sucks.
Right.
And now he's teaming with Hometown Man, who...
It's the opposite.
Yeah.
We love it. Alrighty. So we'll move on.
Yep.
Okay.
I love this. I love this.
TNA, don't fuck this up because this shit has me intrigued.
Okay.
I love it.
My only fear on this, my only fear with this is that anytime any wrestling company, any wrestling promotion has ever tried to do a 7 Deadly Sins gimmick, it has been cursed. It happened with Sean O'Hare. It happened with Dustin Rhodes. It's just any time they've tried to do a 7 Deadly Sins, it has not worked. Like, for whatever reason. TNA, via con Dios, please don't fuck this up.
No, so like this had everything I wanted. Obviously, love me some Rosemary, so that's already a plus for me. I love that she's collecting these 7 Deadly Sins, and whether it's full time or just for the segment only, we go back to Johnny Swinger's like casino, which is the back of the TNA, wherever they are at. And then, of course, I was laughing my ass off because you have Ryan Nemeth in a casino girl outfit, which was dying.
And JDC there going like, yeah, retirement's pretty good.
I was just like, damn. And then you have Sinner and Saint losing their minds. The Great Hands is losing their minds in this poker game that is happening. And then, when Rosemary gets the divorce, quote unquote, divorce papers, and she's talking to somebody off camera, I was like, who are you talking to, Rosemary? And then it shows the bunny. I'm like, oh shit, Allie is back. Ah! I'm so happy because I know she's been taking a break from wrestling. But I was just like, oh my God, she's back. I was like, is she signed full time? Is it just for like a one-time thing? And these are the questions I need answers to, TNA, because I love Allie / the bunny. I love her so much.
I mean, we were talking about how we were talking about how TNA needs more tag teams. If we get the bunny, and I wouldn't be mad if she brought the Butcher and the Blade with her. I'm not sure what their AEW. I mean, I know Blade isn't with AEW anymore. I'm not sure what Butcher's status is.
Who knows? But I would love Butcher and the Blade to be here and then also join Rosemary.
Yeah.
So, I love it. No, but I was just like, TNA, I'll give you some kudos for this one. I enjoyed this. Don't screw it up.
Yep. Don't fuck this up. Do not succumb to the 7 Deadly Sins curse.
Nope. Rosemary, I know you in control of the whole story, so don't let go, girl. Don't let go. I was like, are we going to go back to the undead row? Because that'd be nuts. But anyways, let's keep this rolling because... Okay.
The viral sensation who I had never heard of before this episode.
No, so I mean, if you have been on the wrestling internet for the last couple of months, you may or may not have seen a lot of people be talking about this young man here. Yes, he is young because he is 21 years old. Mr. Ricky Sosa from Brussels, of course. The biggest thing that people talk about how he has a kick-ass theme song. And honestly, I was just like, I love me some French rap. It is fantastic. Now, I like Ricky Sosa. I mean, his theme music goes off, but I do know a little bit about his in-ring work. We didn't get to see too much here, which I kind of figured we wouldn't. But I'm like, TNA, this is what you need to do. If you're going to be bringing international talent to have matches in TNA, I was like, you need to field the fence. Like, you need to start figuring out, be like, yo, we could probably start signing people if we want to. I was just like,
So my you say like it's because his entrance music goes off.
his entrance music does
It's
go off, but
okay.
he is a talented wrestler too.
Yeah, it is.
His match against Kudo, which was about a month ago, which is the most recent one I saw. That
Mhm.
match ruled too.
Well, and it is I am amused by, people commenting on his entrance music cuz like I hear it and think, "Wow, Jay White, Juice Robinson and the Ass Boys are going to have something to say about this." Like Bang Bang Sosa Sosa, there's the Bang Bang gang. Okay, we have a Bang Bang in another company. We have Bang Bang at home, guys. Like I know Bullet Club is officially disbanded, but like that's jumping in that grave real quick. Like we still remember the Bullet Club, okay?
Listen, it's crazy out here. But again, I am a fan of Ricky Sosa. I mean, outside, most people know him for the theme song. He is a very talented wrestler. He's only been wrestling for 4 years, so I do want him to get more reps in. And again, this match we didn't really get to see too much, but TNA, I was just like, you need to bring these international stars over and just put them in front of the TNA audience because why not?
Yep.
So Ricky Sosa does end up winning his. I'm going to word this carefully. He won his TNA Thursday Night Impact debut because he also did a match for Explosion, which will be coming out next week. But I'm just like, Ricky Sosa, I like you, and your theme is cool. And TNA, do more cool shit like this because yeah.
And don't get sued by Jay White.
And don't get sued by Jay White. Jay, on a sidebar, bro, what's going on with this injury? Like, how long do we have until you come back? Like,
Yeah.
for real, I miss you. Switchblade, we need you. Anywho, all right, bye, Ricky. It was nice. I love that you were here. And TNA, I will actually give you kudos, but that is it. Because then you had to go to this. God, those wrinkles are crazy.
I'll be honest, I forgot this happened.
I unfortunately did not, and I thought about putting it in, but I was like, no. As much as I don't like it, I have to do due diligence, and we have to cover it. But Eric Young is going on his Eric Young bullshit. The cleanse is coming, and I'm like, oh Lord, we are never safe in this household.
The cleanse has been coming for 6 months now, bro. Like
I was like, do something about it.
fucking, I was about to make a joke about shit or get off the pot, but then my brain started making jokes about a colon cleanse, and it's that humor just kind of writes itself, So like,
let's summarize this so we don't have to stare at Eric Young's face like this. I was just like, God, Eric, I love you, but this is not it. This is not it. But he's coming for the false prophet, the false king of the X division of the division, and he is going to expose Leon Slater for the fraud he is. Which we officially get our second match made for Sacrifice. Leon Slater.
Oh my God, that image!
This picture is wild. This picture is wild, and I'm like, TNA graphics department and or Eric Young. Of all the shots you could have went with, this is what we're going with. Damn, bro. Damn.
It's his tribute to Mance Warner, is what it is. It's that's the same face Mance Warner made in his promo images. It's that what
You caught him doing something he wasn't supposed to.
thermometer goes where?
Eric Young is giving me like, for what? This is what happened. I blame fucking Kilt for that one. I'm like, God damn it. You made a whole character based on shorts. I'm fucking mad. No, but this picture is wild. But like I was saying, we get our second match made for Sacrifice, the X Division Championship. They didn't say it, but I'm pretty sure I was like, okay, this is Eric Young cashing in his Feast or Fire, match.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Leon Slater, I swear to God, if they take this title off you, I was like, I'm scared. Anywho, I'm going to move on because this face is starting to scare me.
His eyes follow you no matter where you go.
No, moving on. So we have a card for next week. Of course, we're getting Franklin Kazarian versus the Hometown Man. We are getting the Angel Warriors taking on the thrown together team of Danny Luna and Ariana Grace. I'm like, if Danny Luna doesn't facepalm Ariana in this match, I'm going to say, if she facepalms Ariana, destroys her in the middle of this match, I'll be like 10 out of 10, no notes. Like, that's all I need. Just Danny Luna be like, fuck a tag team match. I'm going to destroy all you bitches. And just cleans house of everyone in the ring. I'll be like 10 out of 10, no notes. We also get the in-ring debut of Mr. Elegance and his...
Oh, and it's Mr. Elegance in action. So, yeah, no, they're going to have a random jobber and just let him win. And
whatever. It's fine, I guess.
We'll see what happens.
It would be funnier if he loses this match. That'd be hilarious.
It would
but
be.
Probably not. But anywho. And then, not randomly, but then we're getting Jada Stone versus Elena Black. I was just like, okay, shouldn't be too bad of a match. That actually is pretty cool. And again, I already knew how the main event was going to go, but next week we're also getting Moose versus Brian Myers. I was like, I already knew how this main event was going to go, but thanks for telling me anyways, TNA. And then we got the Nemesis versus the Righteous, and I'm like, cool. We'll see how that goes out.
Hey, I'm just happy to see the Righteous in a program with someone besides the Hardys.
Thank God. Anywho, let's talk about this main event though.
So I just noticed actually, because I still have the tab open on my computer. I didn't finish this match actually.
I
got about halfway through it.
It is a street fight, so like honestly, you could probably tell where this goes.
Although I will say, if I may make a comment that has nothing to do with the action in the ring. Moose looks really good growing out his facial hair. And I feel obligated to refer to him as Moustache from now on.
We're going to trademark that. We're going to make it a t-shirt for our store now. It's just, we'll get a picture of a moose with a long mustache and call it, and on the back it just says Moustache. Oh my goodness. So Atlanta street fight. This is actually really fun. I also really love that everybody was in the Order colors except for Bear. He was just chilling in his tank top and his jacket and his beanie. He's like, hey guys, I'm kind of like off for the rest of the night, so I'm gonna just be chilling in my regular clothes. I'm like, honestly, Bear, I would do the same thing.
So what we need to do is over the next few weeks, because obviously he's going like one by one through each member of the system. What we need to do is schedule it. They need to schedule it so that the match between Moose and Bear happens in Maine, because that's just a Tuesday night in Maine. Seriously. Moose versus Bear.
Oh my goodness. That's the last one that's probably going to end up happening. And if I'm going to be completely honest, Well, no, actually, that'll probably be the second to last one because then the ultimate goal is for Moose
Oh.
to take down Eddie, obviously.
Right.
But I'm more interested in seeing Moose versus Bear in a pay-per-view slot than Eddie versus Moose, but I get it. I enjoyed the street fight. It was just entertaining. Alicia Edwards is out here playing manager to Moose for right now until she eventually turns and joins her husband. So I didn't hate this. I was just like, this is entertaining. Moose wins, and I was like, baller, set it up. And next week he fights Brian Myers.
I know exactly what's going to happen in the promo where Alicia Edwards teams back up with the system. She starts with, "Do you want to know something?" It's like, "No, we already knew. Thank you, Alicia."
Girl, we've been knowing.
We knew this was coming. It's
like, we love you, Mrs. Edwards, but we know. We've been knowing. And that's okay though. But yeah, I was entertained by the street fight. I have no qualms about it. And you know what? It was pretty good. Moose wins, and he faces Brian Myers next week. So, and therefore, my folks, that is the end of our TNA Post-Show. We talk a lot of crap on here, but I enjoy it regardless because it's just fun. Again, there were some bright spots in this one.
This was not a bad episode, Like I won't go so far as to call it a great episode. Like it's hovering at a solid B-, but hey, I made plenty of B- back in school. I'm not gonna sneeze at that.
Listen, if C's can get degrees, then you know what? This was by far a pretty solid episode.
Yeah.
So, well, that's it for this week, BC WrestlePod. So we are going into the weekend to enjoy some downtime, or let me rephrase. I'm going to enjoy some downtime Saturday. Then on Sunday, it is nonstop action as I travel.
Total nonstop action?
Well, no, it's not a TNA event, but I'm about to face the Revolution because I am heading to Los Angeles and I will be in attendance for AEW Revolution, which is happening this Sunday. I'm nowhere near the front, so the camera may or may not pick me, but I'm not anywhere close to it. But if you screenshot, you might see you will see a big little brown Mexican boy crying as he watches Bandito and Andrade fight each other, and it's just like my telenovela heart is full. Also, yeah, I'm excited.
I will say for the record, I am loving what I've seen of Andrade since he's come back to AEW.
He is the telenovela villain we need.
Oh yeah, 100%. It like
him taking pictures with hot women in the middle of this match. I was like, you are so a telenovela villain, and I love it.
Okay, I know that WWE is sort of propping up Dominic Mysterio as the second coming of Eddie Guerrero, but no, Andrade is living that Eddie
Andrade's
Guerrero.
Like, here, hold my beer. No, he's like, hold my chavela, and then he's just like, hold on, Dos Equis, let's do this.
Hold my cerveza.
Yeah, gosh, I love it. But yeah, so that is going to be my Sunday, and that leads into everything kicking off the week next week. Tuesday we'll be breaking down Revolution. Wednesday is NXT and CMLL. Thursday is Mystery Wrestling 22. Will London Lightning finally win the title off of Stu Grayson? Probably not. And then we'll also break down all other shenanigans that go down that episode. And then we'll be back Friday with another TNA episode. And hopefully technology will work with Papa Oso. Oh my God, he is so mad. He is so angry at his computer. And honestly, I feel that because unfortunately, both Wills have been a part of my technology not wanting to work with me either. But I figured it out. And I still say, fuck you, internet. Don't ruin my fun.
On Sundays, we get to play the Mikey's camera froze again game.
And then one day when it does freeze and they come back, like they've done it before, it's like they're going to freeze frame on purpose. And I'm like, you assholes. I love it. No, but it's all good. I think I figured out the issue. And so far, we've done good. There we go. Knock on wood. We got to get up on out of here, though. But thank you so much for tuning in to our TNA Post Show. Yeah, but from all of us here at BC WrestlePod to you at home, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, stay iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story. We'll catch you next Friday for another episode of TNA. But until then, sayonara, adios, and until next time, peace.
Adios.